Hey there, my name's Amanda. I'm a hand embroidery artist, and in this tutorial I wanted to share with you a fun technique that's commonly utilized in crewel work called laid work. I'm going to be using some silk thread from Baldani, but you can use whatever kind of thread or yarn that you want. I like to start this stitch by making a quilter's knot. Take the tail of the thread and twist it around the needle, and then you'll just pull it through to form a knot. The first part of the stitch is basically just laying down threads. I like to start in the middle of the shape to make sure that I'm making the stitches straight. And you may be thinking this looks very similar to a satin stitch, but it's a little bit different because of the order in which you work the stitches. Once you have laid down the first stitch, for example, I did left to right, you're actually going to come up from right to left for the next stitch, and this will save you a lot of floss so you're not traveling across the back of your work. You'll want to be careful not to pull the threads too tight because you are traveling across a pretty wide area and that can gather the fabric. So just be mindful of that while you're working these threads. Since I started in the middle, I'm just going to work my way down to the bottom of the shape, and then I will start again working from the middle to the top, making sure to continue alternating from right to left to right to left, all the way up and down the shape. Now, using a separate strand of floss, which can be contrasting color or the same color, you're going to start making some diagonal stitches that are evenly spaced out across the shape. Again, you will want to work these similar to how you worked the laid threads. So if you go from top to bottom, you'll start the next stitch from bottom to top, and then you'll just keep alternating to save yourself a little bit of floss. Next, you will work some diagonal stitches in the opposite direction, and you'll just crisscross across the top of the threads you made. Again, evenly spacing these out and making sure to go from top to bottom, bottom to top across the shape. These threads are pretty long still, so you're going to need to anchor all of that down. So the next part is to use small anchoring stitches. You're going to make these where the threads intersect into a cross, and I just work my way down from right to left and then work my way up until I've filled in and anchored all of the stitches. So that part of the mushroom was laid work with crossbars, and this part I'm going to show you how to do laid work with diagonal ties. This is a very similar version of laid work. You're going to lay the stitches like you did with the top of the mushroom, and then you'll go in and make some diagonal stitches that are evenly spaced out across the laid stitches. Now, instead of making the opposite diagonal stitches, you'll just go in and make small stitches to anchor the diagonal stitches down. This is essentially similar to a couching stitch where you are just making small little stitches across the threads. Now I'm going to show you shaded laid work with split stitches to anchor the laid work. I'm using variegated floss, but you could also use a couple of shades of a color to do this. I started from the bottom to the top for this one to make sure that I added shading to the bottom of this leaf shape. Then with a contrasting color, I'm going to make some split stitches in the very center of the shape, and this will secure the stitches down and kind of look like the veins of a leaf. Then I go ahead and make some small lines of stitches, again using the split stitch that branch off of that main stitch that I made. And I think that looks like a pretty convincing leaf. Finally, I wanted to show you how I would do a strawberry. I just wanted to do this for fun. This is kind of a repetition of the mushroom example, but first I wanted to use some variegated floss to add some shading to the strawberry. So the right side is darker, and then I kind of work to the left side to add in a little bit of a lighter red color. Then I'm going in with some pink floss and adding some crossbars. To secure these crossbars, I'm going in with yellow floss to add little seeds to the strawberry, and I'm just making little anchoring stitches to make it look a little bit more like one. Finally, I'm using some green floss, and I'm just adding a couple of lazy daisy stitches to the top to add some leaves. And those are some of my examples. There's actually quite a bit of laid work options out there. You can get really creative with it, and there's different patterns to do. You can find a lot of this in older embroidery books, so definitely take a look online to see if you can find some cool examples, or just use your imagination and try some different techniques out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what your favorite method is for laid work if you have one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!